two major occurrences in my life that really caused me to take a deeper look at my health. The first one, a couple of years ago, I was actually, I was 100 pounds heavier, at least 100 pounds heavier than I am right now. And it was pretty interesting, to say the least. My wife and I, we had a two-story home at the time, and by the time when I say 100 pounds heavy, I mean I was over 400 pounds. I was close to 400 plus pounds, right? So you can imagine the adventures I had just going up the stairs of my own home. I'd get to the top of the stairs and I have to take a minute, like, okay, 1 second, I'm almost to the bedroom, and it was pretty bad, and I contribute that, I guess, to lack of activity. I was very good at structuring businesses, creating businesses, setting up businesses. I myself have personally owned several businesses, from restaurants and insurance agencies, tax agencies. We've had bounty hunting agencies. We've had all different types of different companies that my wife and I have gone on different adventures with, and some of these companies, she oversaw. Some of these companies I oversaw, because we had, different passions, but we often worked together. And the result of that, not only of building our companies, but we became very efficient at helping other people build their companies, So what wound up happening was I started experiencing a very stationary lifestyle. I was at a desk all the time. I was on the computer all the time. And we're talking about 13, 14 hours a day on the computer. My breakfast brought to me at the computer. My lunch brought to me to the computer. My dinner brought to me at the computer, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just, working, focusing. I got to get this done. And, there was always something that had to get done. I finished this, there's 10 more things. I finished those 10 things, there's 20 more things. The whole time I am sitting at a desk, eating, typing, eating, typing, eating, typing. I take a break to go to the bathroom, come back, eating, typing, that was my life. That was my life. And I gained a considerable amount of weight. And even though, we were making money and we were helping others make money, and we were seeing great success in a lot of different areas of life, physically, I was killing myself. To top it off, I hate exercising. Oh my God, do I hate exercising. I mean, it's just like, no, right? I hate exercising so much. I would get on that elliptical machine, because that was the one thing I said, okay, weightlifting, back in high school, that was cool, but I'm 40-some years old, not so much, right? And so it's like, okay, running, not happening. I might be able to run for a good 10, 15 seconds and then we're good, right? And then I'm done for the day, right? And it's like, no, not running. Walking, okay, but how long do I have to walk? Right? I got things to do. I got to get to work, I can't be walking all day, And so I'm like, okay, finally I found this, it's the elliptical machine, and I get on the elliptical machine because I could get going, and I put my little headphones in, I got my music playing, I'm thinking about, this and that, and I'm just, I'm sweating, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing it, I'm crushing it, oh yeah, and then I'm like, okay, this must have been a good hour, right? I look at my watch and it was like 2 minutes. What the heck? What? I'm like, oh my God, this is not working. So I had to come up with something different, I was introduced to the lightsaber world, right? I was introduced to a world where people did activities utilizing the lightsaber. Yeah, lightsaber, Star Wars. You're right, lightsabers, And from there, I wound up getting involved in the sport, and I was having so much fun with it, I didn't even realize that I was exercising. I didn't realize it, and I'm swinging the lightsaber and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And next thing you know, I get even more involved. And, I open up an academy and I'm traveling back and forth to Italy. And, they're like working me out. Like, I'm like, you guys trying to kill me or what? I mean, they're just like, work, do it. I'm like, okay. So it was just, next thing I know, I was losing more weight. And it felt good. It felt really good. I was able to get to the top of the stairs and I wasn't out of breath. Oh my God. I was able to get on the mat and start sparring with people, like fencing, but I'm with lightsaber and I'm sparring. And, at first I could go 30 seconds. Okay. Next thing I know, I'm doing like a minute. Now I'm doing like 2 minutes. And then I'm doing like 5 minutes. And I'm going from sparring one person to sparring 5 people, it was just a progressive improvement on my health. And the whole time I'm just having fun. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm having fun doing this, and then another event took place. My wife and I were on our way to Milan, Italy, and we were going for a championship. My academy, a lot of my own students were going for this world championship, and we were at the airport and we're getting ready to get on the plane, and something happened to me physically, and I had to wind up going to the hospital. And that was another down point because my wife was making history on this trip. She was the first U.S. referee. She was the first referee for the world championship from the United States ever. And this was a huge, huge moment, and I was like so proud of her. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to do this, and then I couldn't go, and not only could I not go, but I couldn't even communicate with her because I'm in the hospital. And I'm sitting here, and when I had asked the doctor, what caused this situation that had gone, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but I'm just like, what happened? I was doing so well. I was losing weight, and I was pushing it hard. Yeah, but why? Why did this happen to me? And the doctor was like, well, the only thing we can think of, Mr. Armstrong, is your body is not getting the oxygen it needs. Your body's not getting the oxygen it needs to perform the way you need it to perform. Great job on losing the 100 pounds that you lost, but you need to lose more. And I was sitting there like, wow, I'm missing out on life. I miss the history that my wife had caused to happen, when she made history. I miss watching my students that I had trained so hard. I miss watching them compete in the world championship because my health still wasn't up to par. And that is why I decided, that's when I made that decision. I mean, even when they had come back from Italy, I still wasn't able to be very mobile for quite some time. And I remember one of my students on a video conference call, he was like, so are you ghosting, or are you going to be at the next meeting? And I'm like, ghosting? That's what you guys think I'm doing? You think I'm ghosting? Really? Like, wow. And I really felt I let him down, So I sat back and I thought about this, and I'm like, okay, let's get real for a moment, okay? No, I don't like exercising. Yes, I love lightsabers. Yes, I get a good workout when I'm utilizing lightsabers. So there are physical benefits to this. How do I turn this into an actual exercise routine where I can receive continuous benefit, where I can continuously lose weight, elevate that heart rate, and get the oxygen to my blood and the rest of my body that it needs, and just live a healthier lifestyle and have fun doing that. And that was the birth of Total Saber Fit. That was the birth of the world's first lightsaber fitness gym. Was right there at that moment. And I wound up going to some friends of mine, my wife and some additional friends of mine, right? We started talking, and I got with my partner, Nick Bensman, and we went over a couple of things, and I says, I'd really like to just see us create a lightsaber fitness gym amongst other things. You know, we're working on the sport and we're working on different entertainment things, but I said, Nick, what do you think about this? And I sent him over some documents and some proposals, and we kind of went over all the details, and he's like, Ed, I think this is going to work. You know, and so next thing I know, we're doing it. You know, we created the gym, we created everything around the lightsaber. We created this circuit training style, you know, where I call them quests, right? So there's 3 different quests in the gym. And, you know, quest 1, you're actually going through and you're utilizing the lightsaber, and you can utilize it on, in our gym, we use the century bob, and we also use the punching bag, and we do different maneuvers, you know, and Nick recorded these wonderful videos out in LA and sent them to us, and so there's actually training videos where we're working out and we're utilizing the lightsaber, and we're just working our core, we're working our abs, we're working, you know, our lower half and our body with the strengthening and endurance. And then there's quest 2. Quest 2 is like the suspension training, you know, like the TRX type situation. And Nick, again, recorded these videos. And I remember when he was recording the videos for Quest 2 with the suspension training, he called me up. He's like, Ed, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, what? What happened? And he's like, do you know how many times I had to do these exercises for this one video shoot? I can't feel my arms. This is awesome. So we have the suspension training as a part of it so that we can make sure we get all the muscles that we may have missed. You know, if there's a couple of muscles that we didn't get while we were swinging that lightsaber and doing the different maneuvers, we're getting them on the suspension training. Believe that, right? And then there's Quest 3, which is in front of the mirror. And Nick recorded those videos and sent them in, and so we're doing free motion. You know, we're using our own free body weight, and we're doing different things, but he incorporated burpees, push-ups, you know, sit-ups, along with different lightsaber routines. And so each quest, you know, you're doing about 9 minutes, a 9-minute workout at each quest, and then there's 60-second transition times. So it's a total of 30 minutes because it's 3 different quests. You know, and we connect you to the meal slice, right? So you can see your heart rate monitor, you can see the number of calories you burn, you can see your high points on here, which is your personal activity intelligence, which is a whole nother science that was created to actually show you the physical benefits of your health based on your own individual metabolics, your personal makeup, right? You know, that's it. You know, you come in, our gym is set up so that there's no class times. You come in whenever it's convenient for you, as long as we're open, come in, get on the floor. There's always a trainer to go through all 3 stations with you. A, to make sure you're doing the exercises properly, and B, to make sure you're doing it safely and you're not whacking somebody else with a lightsaber by accident, right? So when you come in, you're going to have a trainer that's going to go through all the stations with you, make sure you're doing it right. It's going to be intense. It's going to be a 30-minute workout, and you're not even realizing that it's 30 minutes. I can't tell you how many people walk out of here and be like, we're done already? I'm just getting started. You know, they're swinging the lightsaber like, I want to do it again. Let's do it again, you know? And it's like, I have never seen a gym that had so much laughter. And that's what I wanted. Something fun. You know, you walk in our gym and you see people working out there just laughing. They're like, you know, they're having a great time and they're sweating and they're doing their thing. And 30 minutes are out the door. You know, it's not an inconvenience for their life. It's fast, it's fun, it's exciting, it's new, it's fresh, you know, and they're getting healthy, you know, and that's what I wanted because I said, okay, for me, you know, not liking exercising at all, how can I make it fun? You know, that was my inspiration. How can I make it fun to want to do this? And I think we figured it out. There's so many people that are just having so much fun doing this and getting healthy, including myself. You know, so yes, I lost that 100 pounds, you know, but I still have a ways to go. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to set a 30-day lightsaber challenge. And I'm going to take it myself right now. I'm going to start, you know, day of 30, starting today, right? I am going to get on the scale, weigh myself, see where we start, and every Friday, I am going to come back and I'm going to do a broadcast, and I'm like, okay, this is what I weigh today, and that way everybody can actually see with their own eyes that this works. And it's going to work because I'm going to show you it working for me. And then you can decide whether or not you think this can work for you. But I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to show you the proofs in the pudding, in the lightsaber. I'm going to get on the floor and I'm going to do this. And for the next 30 days, this is my personal 30-day challenge. I'm asking you to take this journey with me. Share this moment with me, right? For the next 30 days, just watch me do this. And then you'll see that lightsaber fitness is really a thing. And you can get healthy and you can get fit and you can be happy doing it. And you can have fun doing it. All right, ready to get started? Okay, here we go. Let's go weigh in.